Hello, and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. This is fine. Welcome back to Factory Space Exploration. Today, gotta get this transferred over to the world that I'm gonna build it on. I'm gonna need to prepare it all. Okay, I will have this working. It will run today. I can't guarantee that, but this is a mess. Very messy. Okay. But I made the blueprint and I deleted it. As I always do. I hope you're doing well. Even if you can't watch. If we factory. I do not know how to spell. There. So. Everything there's fine. I will need a lot of pulverizers. And a lot of centrifuges. Extras. Because that's safer. 30. Okay, definitely don't need 100. Furnaces. Wide area beacons. I'm carrying. I can also check. Oh! Hey! It's almost done. Or it is done. Cool. The power in space should be pretty good now. 3.8 gigawatts. Wonderful. Doesn't seem like it goes past that yet. I do need to check this real quick. I do need to figure out why this is running so poorly. But that can wait. So this is where I make the furnaces. Oh, I also want to just duplicate this sort of stuff. I have enough centrifuges, I have enough furnaces. I will bring some more pulverizers. And I can pick up extras. I will need a lot of drills. I will need more beacons. It's just a lot of stuff. Does this planet have enough power? It has 595 megawatt. Does not have enough power. That means I need more turbines. Haven't done. I'm not sure if I need to scale that up. It'd probably be a good idea to scale it up. This is kind of no harm in it. I will need. I have the extra. I only need about 70 centrifuges, and I'm bringing 100. That should be enough to set up Coverx reprocessing, which will be necessary. 250 of those, 200 of those. Not enough. I need more broad threes. Easy. junk. I probably want more rewards. That's fine. Pylon substations can replace a bunch of this stuff. Pylon substation, keep 200 in my inventory. Storage is good. Oh, hello. How are you doing this week? Trying to figure out what garbage to throw away. A lot of chests in my inventory that I don't need. That's certainly okay to be okay. What am I... Holmium... Where do I unlock these? Those are material signs, okay. Oh! Happy. Approaching birthday? Is there a word that... Because there's belated birthday, which is like, oh, you missed someone's birthday, so happy belated birthday, it comes up. But I never think about the opposite. Mostly because it doesn't come up as much. Beacons are good. Ah. Ah. Baby wouldn't. I can't imagine babies enjoying a specific birthday celebration for themselves. The birthdays close together always seemed like it was kind of unlucky. From the perspective of like growing up elementary school kid type context. What am I looking for? No idea. I should look at my blueprint to figure out what I need. I need pipes. What is fine? I need a bunch of those. I probably want more of those. Everything else looks okay. I need the boilers, which I never did set up a crafter. That should be fine. Birthdays are funny. It's weird to say that they're funny, but like... Oh wait, I wanted to... Yeah, atomic data. I'm gonna get sidetracked by that for a second. Yeah, it's always... Because like... Birthdays are sort of... For me, it's been... What? Okay, that's atomic data, perfect. It's like... At 10 or 11, my family never did any sort of... Birthdays were basically a meal. And then that was kind of it. There was no like celebration beyond that, which was fun. It was still fun, but yeah. Kind of, it always makes me wonder how specifically people end up doing it themselves. Okay, let's land here. Also, I should copy this, reinstall our... I'm here to steal beacons and atomic data. So atomic data is needed for the thing that I only need like one of, so bring down 150 is more than enough. Sorry, I'm just focusing for a moment. Click. Oh no. I don't think I can change it now. I might, if I remember. I mean, tomorrow. I could disable the setting to watch back while it's live, and that might help with stuff like that happening. I don't know though. I just flew back down from my space, from orbit, where I flew up to pick up some I flew up to orbit to pick up these atomic data cards to craft portable fission reactors to put into my thruster suit that is the equipment here. All my fancy spaceship. Yeah, it's 2 done. I don't know what the below that you're mentioning is. Sorry, I'm gonna replace this. Is it? I could guess a few things, but I do not know. That. Bam. Now I have no more solar power, but now I have 1 gigawatt. These produce 360 kilowatts. Could be boosted a little. It's probably better power. All that I know about, like, beyond specific things, like, I don't know a ton about Kerbal beyond the fact that I know that it's not something that I would be able to commit my mind to playing. The weird layout that I have here. But, oh yeah, I want to say that it feels unsurprising that it'd be difficult to get Kerbal Space Program while modded to run at a good FPS, just because it's... But I just kind of wonder how many modded things actually can run. Like, a lot of modded things run to issues very quickly. Modded Minecraft used to be pretty bad, though I think it has gotten better over the years, because mods have been made that just optimize the game itself to a better degree than they used to. I need to blow some stuff up real quick, because as much as I need to get to work on the planet that I need to start building on, I need to get rid of these things first. I don't know why it takes so much of my attention while I'm just clicking at these nests. It kind of makes me focus too much. Which then just leads me to here. Clicking. That should be enough. No, these are artillery strikes, which are, I'd say, nominally different. This array of artillery cannons that doesn't even fire evenly. It's very weird. Is launching stuff here. Eventually I'll be able to call in, like, heat rays from orbit and stuff. But that's a bit distant. Well, yeah, some games... some games that I've been thinking about, but not, like... I do want to try to get myself to play Timberborn on the 26th, after the 26th, because it's finally going to be fully released then-ish. Though really the difference between a 1.0 and before, I don't know if there's going to be a meaningful change in that, like, step, but... That's all the ammo I have. Okay, that's done being exploded. Now I need to make sure I've got all my materials prepared to go. I don't want to waste a bunch of rocket fuel. Do I have pipes in here? I have 300 and 1,000. That should be enough. Okay. I think I've got enough for this current construction plan. I need to grab a bunch of turbines and heat exchangers to expand my power gen. I need to improve that. That should be more than enough. Oh, hello. This title is referring to the iridium, which starts as iridite. I don't know why the name is different. There's probably a reason. It's a combined mineral form, but... Yes, I am... Today I'm processing the last of the 3 big metals for the current tech tier. Which... I did beryllium a while ago, which I still need to go back and fix that. Then I did holmium, not that long ago. And now it's iridite, which has its own weird processing chain. How is iridite different? I mean, or how's iridium different from iridite? Like, iridium's different from the other metals in a very minor way, which I think is the enriched vulcanite is what to me stands out. With shipping the enriched vulcanite is kind of awkward. Yeah. Real world news is never well, everything's in the real world. Oh. Well, it's just... Like... I guess it's consistent with these, isn't it? Beryllium comes from beryl... Nope. Beryllium comes from beryl. Holmium comes from holmanite. I guess I'm mostly just thinking, I guess, of how... Like... Iron comes from iron, and copper comes from copper, and stone comes from stone. Though I guess it is... Oh no, it's not... Yeah, because iron plate. Beryllium plate. Like, it's just the... I guess it's all 3 space sciences, and it's just iridite's shorter. Like... holmanite becomes holmium is the same as iridite becoming iridium. That's the same sort of naming process. Beryl becomes longer by becoming beryllium. I guess it's just that it's different than the base game's naming. Oh yeah, I did forget about the... I don't even know how the vitamelange process is. As in, I don't know what the name of the base material is. It's just vitamelange blooms. Which comes from nuggets, which comes from vitamelange. And then there's the nakatite, which is its own nightmare. Or the last actual metal. Okay, I need to think for a second. My nuclear 2x4, 128 and 204. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Got enough to improve that. I've got... should have enough of those. Oh no. I have not even... I've not even started worrying about bio yet because it doesn't seem crazy, but it's the it seems the least connected to the rest of the sciences. So like, it feels easier to keep it as its own thing. Which is really more just that it has a slightly different approach, I think. That's enough, that's enough, that's enough. Well, there is at least one bioweapon, and you kind of... There is a research in the bio science to turn the engineer guy. They run faster, they have more health, they craft faster. They carry better. I didn't know there was this. Is this new? There's something that gets you more science per research. I didn't see that before. I only saw the other ones. Did they add this super recently? Maybe I just missed it. But that raises the biosciences value in terms of doing the other researches. I have to check, because I don't keep up. I don't actually check any sort of changelog. Space exploration. Intelligence upgrade. That's gonna turn into too many real things, so I'm gonna ignore that and not look into it more and just say that I didn't miss it. Okay, I'm mostly ready to go build my iridium, but need train stuff. A lot of tracks. I'll grab extra of the normal objects. I already have those. Yeah, bio is... seems more complicated, but in a different way. Yes, like okay. In a different way than the... What orbit am I going to? Not Hagen. Finza. In a different way than Gleba was in Space Age. Okay, let's just go. Worst case scenario, I can send the ship back. Need to get this building. I'm gonna need to scale up my vulcanite processing because I'm gonna need... No, I've remembered again, I don't need to scale it up. I just need to add beacons because I have 0 beacons on it right now. And so if I have beacons, then I'm good. Here, let's see if this can be researched. Apparently the research isn't too bad. Probably gonna fall off a cliff though. I've got about 6 minutes to wait. So, I can finish the last... Oh, no, I shouldn't. I already blueprinted it, but I can think about how I want to improve this and actually finish the last steps. This is gonna go over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to run that. I'm gonna run it up here. Just place it there. Which means that I need to run... I'm gonna have to convert stuff to pyroflux there, which will be easy. I will need sand, which I can siphon off this line here. Siphon it, turn it back, create the pyroflux in the central area down here. Gonna put that there. That'll be fine. This needs the input of the enriched vulcanite, which I'm gonna need to figure out how I want to handle it. This has a right priority input. I could... Do I want to left priority output and then steal it from there? It feels like the wrong way to do it. But also it might work. And if it does, it will be practical. Then these get... I didn't actually establish how these are going to get their items fed in. Iridium powders coming from the right. So these are the split off from there. That will have to... run this way, and I really always wish that there was a 3 wide that did nothing in the middle. It would look far nicer there. That'll feed into these. Which is painless, then... that'll be the iridium powder. Which I didn't leave quite as much space as I would like for it to look nice, but... No, the iridium powder is this one. Never mind, it's both, because I'm gonna have to adjust to the fact that I forgot. That will stay. I just need to split here. That's gonna be fine. If the belt numbers are okay. This, yep, belt number should be fine. Give me more of these. the way. That'll feed those. Those will get fed the powder from the right side, which will be... should really be fine. The powder will come from up here, though, which is currently... okay, long output to there, long output to there. I built this a week ago, and I've not thought about it once since. I could run it to the right. I think that would be messier. That cutting down here and then back in. I could move the whole thing left, but I think I just... bring it all down here. Don't really need to worry about it being perfectly balanced in any way. 2.2 belts, 2.28. I could try to... I could try to do something, but I might... this will be half a belt, no matter what. These will be a little less than 1 belt each, in theory. It's very dark. I'm gonna need to be supplying more vulcanite here, which means I'm gonna need to run a train through here, probably? Yeah, I'm gonna mine up there. I could belt it, but that feels silly. That could be belted. That could be belted. So if I land here, it shouldn't be in the way. I have enough power to fuel to get back. Those are really might be worth just using belts to move those up. But long term, I should set up a train to work peacefully. I'm gonna... I can scale this up by beaconing it, but I will have to adjust the belt flow if I just place beacons down. These belts are already pretty much fully utilized. Decisions. Just gonna sort of put these places where they shouldn't cause any problems. I'm really surprised I left space in the middle here that this can fit. Kinda cool. Oh, bad choice. I should have... The whole benefit of having buffer chests is that it can be drawn automatically. Robot. All slightly too slow. Okay, just need this to be within logistics range. Which means that's good enough. Now, I just need 1, 2, 2. 2 more. My power supply isn't quite enough. It's better than it was before, but still not enough. Just missed a spot. Okay, now. Stuff going to get built. Novus orbit things are missing for construction. Don't really know why. Oh yeah, because I copy-pasted another copy of the ship, and then I don't have all the pieces. That's fine. That's fine. Huggins fine. Sinza is missing a lot of stuff. It is missing too many for it to list. Seems about right. Most of this should be fine. How long are days on this planet? 10 minutes. Well, 11 minutes almost. And that. Very long. Days and night. But saying that I should probably focus on my power setup. That can be built by hand. A little more easily than this. Turn that off. Let these guys catch up. I'm gonna make a new reactor because if I cut the current reactor power, it's gonna be a problem for a while. So 2x4. Oh, I didn't fix this yet. Did I update the reactor here? No. See, the reactor on this planet is the one that works. Might have to make a few more changes, but that should be fine. Put some of these down to get rid of my garbage. Put some of these down to get rid of my garbage. So, this reactor will kind of just stay how it is. I'd rather replace it, but there would be issues. I don't think I'm carrying everything I need for this. I feel like there's good odds that I'm missing a few of the important components. Nice, did I prioritize what I want to prioritize? I can't wait till I'm at a point where I don't need... That is janky looking. Can't wait till I'm at a point where I don't need to have to worry about power for my bots. And they just can work 24/7. I think that is far away. Wait, the reason this is this way is because I just didn't have enough of these on that, of the heat exchangers on the planet. Probably best to not leave that there because it sets a bad precedent. Okay, that copies far enough that I shouldn't need either of these. It's so convenient. I don't think I have a water pump. Oh, do I have any iron or copper? I might. But still not quite good enough. Ever so unfortunate. Okay, water is that. Because I'll wait, recharge again. So, all the iridite is in awkward patches. I do have one patch here that will not be enough. Yeah, that research is not making any progress at all. Why not? Because I didn't set a requester? Because I didn't set a requester. The easiest oversight. I haven't been draining this and still not even building up power very quickly. Okay, there's some iridite there. I need to locate exactly where I want. I hate that flashing. There's good. There's bad. I'm going to need... So, quick swap. Rough initial component. Material science total calls for... Tier 1 calls for 2.9k of that. So 29 ingots of iridium per 20 material science at base level. That improves with higher efficiency components, with the various better catalogs and insight, all that. Which this already is wrong, because this would be already improved with the 3-part simulation. But if it's how much iridite, I probably do need a lot, and I don't think 2 point some million is gonna be enough. This is 3.9k from the deposit, outputting 7.5k. 200 an hour, 3.9k. So if I have like 3.9 million, that'd be 1,000 minutes, which would be 100 instances of 6 minutes, which would be over 12 hours. But that's not even the real concern, is it? Because this can mine half. These are all active. That is 46 miners, and I need about 3 sets of those. So that's definitely not the most efficient use of a beacon. Did I even put the modules in this beacons? I did not. That's a little silly. that will need to be accounted for. That will be a lot. I'll need so many of these deposits. I should have turned that to the left. But it's a nice end. Simple task. Oh, because I'm clearing that, it deletes that. Okay. That's painless. That's another 15, rounding down a bit intentionally. It's very weird that the most difficult part is just... sometimes it's just getting the patches because they're so awkward. I can get that one. I'll still need another one, which will have to be pretty far away. I might want to draw that one. And if I get that one, I might as well get the one beside it, because that's pretty good as well. It kind of makes me want to core mine instead of doing this, but it's not, oops, it's not really the correct solution. It's going right, that's fine. I'll merge all these. I will create a train station up thereabouts. I should have a lot of landfill on this planet, because that's where all my garbage goes. Wonderful. Very convenient. So, I can try and use the questionable setup here. See, iridite is what I'm transporting right now. It is getting input down here, which means if I have a vertical, this is going to go horizontally from this area. I have a three-way intersection there. And that will get me a drop off there. Build this across. And then deal with this. I cannot see what this is even trying to do anymore. There, that'll clear that. That'll be fine. The cables will need to be adjusted. This will need to be connected to robots. None of this can be built because all the pylons are in my inventory. Which is why this doesn't have power. And why that didn't. Quite well there, and sure, they fly too close, but will hopefully finish building some of this. Bots are still complaining even more. Oh, really, it is such a shame that it feels like getting the ore is more annoying than building or designing the actual processing center. Processing center is a good time. Entrance needs to be below. Exit needs to be above. I really do keep delaying fixing it. Or making a more flexible version. I could have put it on the left. I still can. Easy entrance. I don't need that. Exit. It's nice to see more trains though. It's always fun to build. I really need to get to space elevators so that I can actually have something new to focus on with trains. It has just been a lot of applying the same blueprints repeatedly for quite a while now. It's just such a shame. Trying to figure stuff out. It's the most fun part of like putting together a train system. Okay, I should be putting down Roboport. I really wish they would just be happy. I'll get some of it built. It won't get everything built. Don't think I have enough rails. Oh, I know I have enough on me. Okay. I know the landfills. And I do need to beacon this whole mess. I have too many things spinning at once. I forgot about this. This needs to be built. Is that really necessary? Why is that the way it is? That doesn't make sense. I would have copied it from here. It must... No, yeah, I copied it from there, which means that was near... here. Did I really... No, this must have been trying to retroactively fix something from this blueprint that came from this section. Nope, I did the same thing here. Did I not? I just goofed in how I placed it. This was supposed to be a way for beam to pass through to there. Weird. I'm glad I looked at it, but the easier solution would be this could probably move down one? Actually, maybe not. It might actually be at its effective limit. Let's set that rock there. Yeah, that was pretty much at its effective limit, so I actually probably couldn't move it down. Very weird. And it's not an issue here, because I actually set it up correctly here. Okay, so that's why that happened. This should have just been 2 pipes. That's an obvious mistake. But it's because I copied this and didn't fix it. Okay. Does still mean that this needs to be fixed. How did that do anything? Oh, it did pass around, okay. Instead of... Oh, that's the water. Wait, then my steam here is just not working at all? Oh, yep. The entire second half of the steam is doing absolutely nothing. Wonderful. Excellent design. Truly proof of all the hours played. Which are not really that many, but... Okay, this actually is all put together. That looks ideal. Oh, my boss can build that for me. My rated power on this planet is 1.2 gigawatt, which is not enough. Will mean that I will need to place more of these down, which I don't have in my inventory. I'm going to place down more turbines because of that, but... Okay, center is here, which means that I want to run the power somewhere down about there. So... Oh, nope, don't do that. I don't understand the undo sometimes. That should be one further down because I need to run a pipe to share the beam. This should be the last time I have to update the power gen system. So that should be good. I'm gonna waste a little bit of vulcanite, but it's not a real problem. I'm gonna put the power up here, I have to link it anyway. Have to link side. This will go just fine. Current power rating is still way short because I haven't connected Steam. I don't have any Steam production or anything. Steam is still not producing because these are still heating up very slowly. But this is missing a row. Don't know how that happened. 264. 264 times 5.8. Should be enough. Yeah, 1.5 gigawatts could be close to enough. And that should be more than enough. Oops, don't get rid of that. There's just so much garbage. I'm clearing out all these rocks. And carrying all of these train tracks with me. Please charge faster, robots. I can get this started. I don't have the productivities with me. Wish they were fast. Hey, power's going. Nice. Give me all the turbines. Oh wait, no, turbines are going to get updated again with the higher tier turbine. Are they the same dimension? I don't know if that's actually listed on the page anywhere. If they're a different dimension, I'll have to update. If not, then it will just be an easier replacement. If they, oh no, they're not an easy replacement because water. You have to output water on the sides, and you have to deal with a 500-degree output of steam. Which is kind of interesting. Which will mean us less just spamming stuff everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh no, it never worry. Why are my robots so bad at charging themselves? This should be plenty of power. Now I can, once this finishes, I can ignore this. That'll finish if I just let it run. I'm so close to having what I need. Just need a little bit more. I still need a few of these connected. I need to put down roboports, which I don't think I actually brought enough. How many roboports? Oh. Okay, I have plenty of roboports. Ah. I did set 200 as the request there. Far more foresight than I would have foreseen. That's fine. Get roboports going so they start building faster. Is this built? It is mostly built, I think, which means that once I get any of this stuff in place, I will be able to once I have any iridite being mined, I will be able to successfully test whether the full setup works. There are still a few issues that I will need to work on, but honestly, I'm just gonna ditch this whole tier of power pole and stick with the vastly superior pylon substations. These robots are always too slow. Which isn't really fair. I have 5 jetpacks effectively. Okay, there. And I should just be able to run until I get to here. At which point I will be careful. Okay. Nice and easy. Wonder what makes these. Why it's all like pylons? What's the important distinguishing factor? Or the decision whether it's like, oh, fun name, or if there's actually a technical. The power pylon for a normal term that wasn't some sort of super pylon. Let's go. Okay. I'm not gonna have enough landfills to build this. Goodbye, robot. Have a nice life. Landfills exist here. Fish. It's very weird that every planet seemingly just has fish. no worry about temperatures or anything. Okay. Copy that. I really love the idea of fish being kind of a silly term. It being a weird term is meaningless, but I mean, fish is just a broad label, and it communicates what it needs to communicate, so it fulfills its purpose as a word. Like a disconnect between all the things that are labeled as fish is wonderful. Actually, the idea that something on a completely separate planet looks like a fish, so it is a fish, but would, in the context of a world like this, probably have no actual relation to one another. Outside of, like, I don't know, weird space meteorite seeding life beliefs. Let's overlap. Okay. Don't know why that overlapped, but it did. So we built painlessly. Now I need to build a train station here. So, do these guys need to complain? No, they don't. I don't know why they complain so much. I don't know how I'm 17 train tracks short. It's only about 1,000 needed, and I have 7,000 within the system. I guess it's just kind of slow to update. Or these are the ones that are within my personal logistics range. Nope. No idea. It's a mystery. It could be those bots finally. Yeah, now it's updated because it must be within personal logistics range. It just was slow to update because it was slow. Speed modules. Activity. I'm probably... I should probably worry about running out of productivity modules. Because maybe I should send my ship back to pick up some extras. Control 0. I'm gonna sit here doing... I was gonna say it's gonna sit here doing nothing, but I actually probably need it for a bunch of these materials. Yeah. I can only wonder where the fish came from. For now. She did place that outside of the power range, wow. Very silly. How do I want this to work? Probably want the train stop to be here instead of there. Entrance. Oh, that's further than I thought. No, my train stop is so bad. The train stop, if it enters here, it should exit on that side. Such a mess. It can't be flipped. Yes, the entrance here, exit there. That does mean that if I put the entrance there, it exits there, which is okay, but here to there might be better. Decisions. Decisions. Oh, how they are. A nightmare. I probably can update my blueprints. At least, or no, replace my blueprints. I would want to keep these for when I don't, any Factorio context where I don't have these modded super pylons. But I should update mine for this save, where every blueprint has one pylon right in the center, and then that will solve everything. Okay, this is a loading station. But it doesn't show the tiles where I need to connect it to. So I can't really do much. That's there. That connects to there. Good enough. Good enough. I should actually place these myself, because otherwise it will take a while. Now those should all be in range. The construction goes far enough on both sides. Wonderful. Just for my own satisfaction, this is going to go one further. Blam. That will all get built gradually. I don't have enough bots. I'm pretty sure I should have bots in my ship that can help speed this up. What is this? Ah, defense platform? Yes. Okay, it's just gonna take a while. Not too bad. Where are my robots? Now here. Fine, be careful not to use up all these robots. As always. Much more important. Ooh. Any particularly interesting eccentric characters? I mean, I don't know if there's many characters that would be labeled as eccentric that aren't kind of interesting, so it's a weird question for me to ask. I don't know. Sometimes eccentric is just kind of a nice way of putting weird or interesting or any other odd label. So my power's fine. Yeah, it is fine. The power looks weird, but it's fine. This should be filling up. Excellent. The bots are very weird. The construction is going okay. Okay, it's this same area that's constantly a problem, so it is absolutely the zone I need to deal with. Okay, these are coming from there, which means this is the current problem zone? No, that shouldn't be the problem zone. Is it... It could be this? Looping all the way up and around. Because this cluster came from up here, and the only thing that should be being triggered up there is... Ooh, unless this is a path? Nope. It must be from stuff just pathfinding weirdly. I guess. Yeah, like here going up and around is believable. I can keep ignoring it. And focus on... Okay, well, bots are building. I should get to connecting everything here. These are fed from here, which I set up there. I hate trying to deal with balancing stuff. 3 in, 4 out is functional on a basic 4x4 balancer. Probably at least a little suboptimal to do it without any modifications, but well, practically speaking, that does nothing, which means I just need to feed it into there. Which doesn't seem right. Because I do need to split it, because it needs to feed into this as well. Okay. That's fine. I wonder... what the... like... defining, I don't know, character for an eccentric would be across any, like, shows and books and whatever. I wonder if there's this one character with, like, dictionary, like, see this character is a perfect example. So that... one of those is not needed. Actually could be that one. I think that looks worse, though. I think this is a preferable design. There. Oh, wait, no, 4 out. 3 in, 4 out, not 3 in, 3 out. That should be that. This is my sand, which is currently a mess. Oh. I was mostly just... Oh, did I miss... Oh, I didn't. Okay, good. I was mostly just kind of thinking about whether there's a, like, perfect character to be like, this is an eccentric, whether there's like a perfect example in like a book, a movie, a TV show, or whether it's for whatever reason, difficult to have a perfect example of any human trait. Okay, these need inputs of sulfuric acid. That sulfuric acid comes from over here, way down. I could produce more. I could also just beacon it. I think I just run a pipeline straight up. Okay, that's gonna be fixed. I do not know the character. I mean, if you see a picture of them, you kind of like, yep, they certainly look eccentric. So that's kind of a stylistic picture, the first thing that shows up if you search for Kefka. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that sort of... It probably does help if it's a character that is, like, clearly, like, aesthetically... unique? I don't know. Well, like... part of... I'm assuming the character of Kefka is not forced to be the way they are, it's just they are the way they are. Like, if it's a forced affectation of a character, it's not... It doesn't feel like, oh, they're eccentric, it's, oh, they're a tortured soul who's forced to dress like a clown or something. And, I mean, I assume that character probably does choose to dress that way because that's my impression of Final Fantasy. Didn't really plan this side out too well. I like the symmetry. Do I kill the symmetry? I think in this scenario I kill the symmetry. Just for the sake of ease of access. Like, sort of, there's ones where, like, they're, you know, strange, unique, and whatever. It's like, if I'm just thinking about it because you mentioned Sonic regularly and all that in profile picture, but if Eggman wasn't in Sonic, he would probably be definitely viewed as eccentric, even just for the way he chooses to dress. But then he's in Sonic and everyone's kind of weird, so it's not the same type of... It's just not the same thing. Where am I going to feed the water from? I could feed it from over here. Probably the best. And, like, I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyond the fact that a lot of the characters are very flashy, which sort of makes any individual character that much less... Okay, that's not gonna work. It makes them stand out that much less. Why is that there? Should I misclick? Probably. Oh. Maybe I should see if... I don't think I can change the setting, but I should see if maybe I can, and if it might help. Settings, unless no. Yeah, if I cannot change whatever the setting is, so if it is something like I can't think of any particular characters in them. Like, I mean, the big name is obviously Banjo-Kazooie. But then every character is sort of a... Every character, though, sort of has a bit that they sort of fulfill. I wonder if you could call, like, Cloud an eccentric for carrying around a crazy big sword, but that's probably, like, it's just a world where crazy big swords are normal-ish. One-way pipes. I'm gonna need an off-road pump. Do I have any to spare? I have 50. In the lower chest. Ukulele's a game. I've never... I don't know if I got it at some point, but... I know that it was... People who were super excited found it. I should grab another of the other pumps. People who were super excited found it, at the very least, underwhelming. And it might have improved in some ways over time, I have no idea. But it's in the vein of rare games because that's what it was, you know, inspired by. Inspired doesn't feel like the right word in that context. Pump. Oh, that's unlucky. Lined up perfectly to not be within range of just a straight line. Boom. Water. Flowing. Smoothly. Got those two. Now I just need the vulcanite blocks, which I need to belt up here, and the plastic, which I can craft here. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where, like, it isn't just inspired, but it's hard to judge where it's like, I mean, inspired, made by the same people, but not all the exact same people necessarily. I just, it's a difficult, oh, I need water here. Distinction to make. The distinction doesn't really matter. Yes, get these out here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I missed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. And water. The extent of the water is 313. Okay. Excellent to have checked that. Oh. Oh yeah. It's all very similar. Okay, water, good. Cation exchange beads I set up to craft up here, which is what these are. I still need the plastic and the vulcanite. The vulcanite is easy enough. That's just crushing, that goes here. Okay. Most of this seems fine. Vulcanite will need to be sent on a journey. Somehow. Okay, just run that right here. Right to the left of that. English language is silly. You always have to put stuff right to the left of stuff. At least I always do. Oh, I'm splitting the input. Okay, I have to keep that in mind. Which means... I will need to get plastic onto the right side of that belt. Like, there's probably like, I don't know if they'd be called class. I don't know how novels are classified, but like Charles Dickens era novels and books that probably have super widely known eccentrics, because eccentric is a very of that era type of word, because it's an easy way to label someone as kind of crazy without calling them crazy. Okay, plastic is made near here. Plastic I need 272 a minute. That is a lot of plastic. I full productivity it. That's not that bad. Okay, 109 coal per minute, which I should be able to mine. 24k doesn't seem like enough. But if I round this, so double this is less than 240. 240. It's 100 minutes, 200 minutes. $200 minutes feels really low. 3 hours? In 60 minutes, I would use... No, it must be 2,000 minutes. 240, 2,424. It's 100 times. That's not a lot of coal, I guess. This plan has really bad coal, which means I will need to ship plastic here, I think. Which is fine. And if I'm gonna need to ship plastic, then I don't even need to worry about crafting it. I just need a landing pad. Landing pad. It'll fill here. take a while to get placed, but I'm not going to worry about crafting plastic anymore. I already have a rocket that's prepared on Novus. That'll give me plastic. Boom. Cation exchange beams. It'll filter. Boom. I just need the crushed iridite. Boom. Okay. I just need the crushed iridite and to set up this system to scale appropriately to my increased demand. Which will not work because I will not have enough input to the pulverizers. Which will cause many an issue. I will struggle to maintain the desired speed, but honestly if it runs at a quarter speed it won't even be a problem. Beacons. Wonderful. Oh, I need to set up Covrix enrichment as well. Okay, so I want these to be beaconed. Yeah, I'll just beacon them by themselves. Right there. Wham. Sped up. Then I can beacon that block. And not the upper block, that'll cause a problem. I can beacon there, which will get most of the top. I could not beacon the left side instead, so one beacon here would be fine. It would hit 3 down. And that would hit the rest. Okay, perfect. It is actually fine. I should upgrade the productivities. I will not change the speed modules in them. I might want to replace... I might want to productivity these and add more of them. The mining is not going to be enough to keep up yet. But that's kind of a secondary issue for now. I just need to get this moving first, before I worry about anything else. That doesn't look right. Oh no, that is right. Because there's nothing needed. This is full, so yeah. Oh, that looks quite good. It's a very satisfying split. So, has this all been built? Yes it has. Wonderful. That means that I can start setting up the unloading here. Do I have train fuel? Sort of. I will need to request... I can drag it from here. Solid rocket fuel times 30. And that will keep my buff powered. Offload, then move it down. I can deal with that later. This is a drop-off. It's the new category of drop-off. Anyway, this is iridite. Iridite. Drop-off. Train limit, that's all fine. Over here is just pickup. I can put my item train on the track. That should be built eventually. So that will get this started. I'll have to hope that this will work for now. Wait, I definitely brought enough of those. Oh, yeah. I didn't give the power, so they didn't build this stuff. That's pickup. Nice and simple. I'll just merge all this. Pretty sure this should be fine. These are running there, and there, and there. 3 of those. Just, full fraction. Okay. Just run all this. Into the same area. Peacefully. Do the usual. Lazy. Never made a better version for other more accurate balancing, because they're never gonna look as tidy. Will eventually be some scale on which you can balance, like 15 by 15 or 16 by 16, I mean definitely 15. Some point where the balance stops being ugly again. That's not at the range that I'm working with. Okay, that will work. These are currently not going because I did not account the fact they need sulfuric acid. Okay. Should have paid a touch more attention. That makes it so much more obnoxious. It's just really annoying for mining. Obviously the stations are easy. Just already a very annoying metal. This is... What is my system for liquid drop-offs? It is that, okay. Sulfuric acid drop-off. B.E.A.M, that'll get built. Now I just need to deal with this. Okay, pull that. Never quite as nice as I would like. Very weird looking. I don't know why it feels so weird. Like, it's kind of close to symmetrical as I can get it. Just the fact that it's so close, and the fact that it isn't makes it a lot worse. That's fine, that's fine. That'll go there, that'll go there. I need the liquid. I do actually need to leave space for extracting the sulfuric acid from tanks. It'll be fine. I will need to add a station for filling the train car. Should be fine. I have space here. I'm already running sulfuric acid right there, even. Time is it? Okay, plenty of time to finish this today. Hope that connected properly. Okay, this will be modified. I will need to make a bunch of tanks to act as a buffer. Do I just do the same thing on the other side? Sure, it'll look nice. That should be enough of a buffer, I hope. 1, 2, 3. I just hate this. One, two, three. Don't know. That obviously lines up. 1, 2, 3. Just not sure if that square counts. If I have to put it there. It's difficult. Okay, this is fluid pickup. It is going to have a duplicate of that. Which just happens to be out of range. That sulfuric acid is going to be a problem. Is it going to mostly suffer from sulfur? Maybe. This whole thing can get super boosted. Missing one of those is not that bad. Man. Probably tier 2s are fine. Just to be faster than what I was making before, while also being slightly more efficient. Very slightly. Boom. I can check my fluid production over the last 10 minutes. And see that it went from almost 2 minutes ago is when I changed it, if this is even an accurate depiction of my production. But that feels like the more likely jump. So 5k per minute, 6k per minute. Could be fine. Yeah, even at the intended speed I only need 400 per minute. That's fine. Okay, so that'll fill up a train. Fluid train. That'll build eventually, it'll take a little bit. It'll fill up, go here. I need pumps needed, as well as actually connecting these with pipes. Don't have wireless sulfuric acid in this game. Can't think of many worse ideas than wireless sulfuric acid. Just like sulfuric acid magically appearing just wherever you need it. Just seems risky. Yeah, that's 48 input per second. That's more than one belt. Yeah, I'm gonna have to address that. This is designed, or should be designed for a total of 1.3 belts. Now it's gonna be more than 4 belts. Nope, that's the mining step. The 1.3 belts are still there though. If I add productivity 3s with wide area beacon speed, the current only requires 1 belt total, which doesn't look too bad. I guess I can change this, and as long as I increase the input to actually have enough belt of input vulcanite, it should be close enough. Except for the fact that it's 5 and not 4, so that's always going to be a problem there. Okay, better laser weapons, very helpful. I need to research material science next, because that's the big next step. So, that's the only step to research there. I will need to do both of those researches, and then I can combine them, which would be nice. Ooh, capacity bonuses are soon. That's fun. That will help a bit. Iridium delivery cannon. Oh, better capsule crafting. Okay. Some good upgrades to look forward to. Better artillery shell range. Meaningful. Shooting speed, not that meaningful. Do I even care about energy shields? I don't. I probably should. But I'd rather get ion engines, and quantum processors are for research progress. Higher tier supercomputer is better crafting speed only? 2 crafting speed, pollution never matters, so I don't know why it has a value. 4 modules, 15 stack size, which is not important. These are 1 craft speed, so double the module slots, double the craft speed. Pretty meaningful improvement. And I can keep working on rocket reusability, which my science for that is not fast enough to do it quickly. But this is here. This is here. This is still short on plastic because I haven't hooked up this. This is plastic. Which means I should just be able to do that. Okay, will it launch this? Launch delayed. It's set to plastic. Any landing pad with name. But it doesn't... update very quickly. I don't know. I do not. Trust this. Okay. Sinza. Just manual launch this so it starts moving. Sinza. Okay, Okay, I didn't push the buttons enough. Any landing pad with the name. Plastic. Launch on cargo full. Back to here. I'm probably still flying, wasting fuel. There. Plastic. That button. And now it's getting launch. Okay. Yeah. It can definitely be easy to get distracted, especially if you have ADHD. I believe I understand in theory. Ooh, that's not right. Oh, stop, please. Stop. Stop. Okay, filter to only grab plastic. Yes, oh. Storage. Nope. Oh, just kind of rough, I imagine. Okay, that's that. That's that. That's dispersing. The input. Okay, that step is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. That split is not how it should be, but it shouldn't be a problem long term. Oh yeah, like... I don't... Personally, I don't believe that I have ADHD. I know my brother and sister do. So I cannot necessarily understand, but from history of them forgetting stuff, some of it feels like if they just try to, obviously maybe they can't, I don't know. This case it was like, it feels like if they could set specific, like, not ritualistic, but like when doing this, like stuff like forgetting to turn off lights, which is not the same as staying focused in the same sense, but I know that my brother historically kind of forgets to turn off lights and stuff. Or they intentionally don't turn off lights, but that's a different story. Like, if it's like... I imagine, based on absolutely nothing, that having set a ritual to how stuff is performed would help. I'm not a psychologist. Just how I, in general, don't forget stuff sometimes. And forgetful versus distraction is its own thing. Focusing to not do stuff is its own task, but... Okay, what am I doing? I am getting this. Just waiting on this. Which is waiting on sulfuric acid. I'm just gonna send this to go see if this works. And once it works, it will be good enough that it's at least making progress. I've actually not really kept up on anything that might show up. I didn't do this yet. Whoops. Like, I played part of Stories 1 on my phone. I played part of Stories 2, but I kind of... I don't remember if I burnt out because I was just trying to farm a specific monsty or whatever. So I haven't kept up with it. But the games have been, like, they're cool, I think, as a sort of not Pokemon, but sort of Pokemon. And like I'd say, to me, the story's not been particularly important, so like what's most interesting is mechanically what they're doing. And it's like, as a turn-based monster collector, it's cool. I don't intend to play it because even though I said I'm not keeping up with, I'm not worried about the stories, I would feel like, oh, I'm missing plot. What am I here for? I'm here for pumps, which are not here. I kind of can't imagine how Monster Hunter Stories would innovate compared to 2. Like, 3 compared to 2, just... Because, like, Pokemon has the definite advantage of... they can just make up hundreds of new creatures. And, like, people want to see classics, but... I don't know... I can't imagine a Monster Hunter Stories game could get away with, like... oh, basically every single one of these monsters is brand new. Which feels like it... that feels kind of like it could potentially limit the... like... limit it as a spin-off. Which isn't really the fault of anyone in particular. And I need to run this here. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, now I'm mining. The mining is going this way. Who would win debate type things are always... like, I personally can find them interesting within a franchise. The idea of which monster would win in a fight in Monster Hunter is kind of interesting. Though the answer would almost always just be whoever Capcom decides should win. Realistically, they could make up whatever reason they want in a lot of scenarios, which is kind of always going to be feel kind of lame. Oop. This train has better turning than I do. Oop. See, I'm glad that I was paying attention. I forgot that I need to unload cargo. One, two, three, four. Okay. I just remembered, I was thinking about it. Oh. With the fact that spring Steam sale will be here in, I don't know, a week and a bit. There are some games I'm kind of hoping they go on a good sale. Which is totally unrelated to Monster Hunter in every way. This is a really bad way to unload these. Because I didn't do the correct merging method. Do I have the space? I think I do. I was reminded that I do think, I haven't played a JRPG in a while. Or any, actual story-based game. So, I'm like, if Claire Obscura goes on sale, that would be fun. I know basically nothing beyond the fact that it's turn-based. And that it's French. It's not in the French language, it's, it can be in the French language, I imagine, but... That's one that I'm like, I should have played that, or I should try that. That's another thing. Maybe. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I have 3 belts of input. That's a terrible number. 3 belts is correct, because it's 11, 11, 11. If I split it 50-50, and then just live with it. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have that high of a demand. Oh, this is terribly organized. Iridium, this step of processing is 2.7 belt. It should be fine. Yes, I believe a general RPG framework like that would be, yes, RPG Maker, and there's a lot of versions of RPG Maker. And you can really tell when a game is made in RPG Maker because they're very clearly similar. Which doesn't mean they're bad. Not that I personally play them, but having an established framework for building that type of thing does promote homogenization of stuff. How do I want to do this? Do I want to go full belt in? 4 belts in, 3 belts out. Has definite issues, but I'm gonna live with it. One of these belts is not needed. Oh, I don't really keep up on Switch and Switch. Ooh, that's not right. I don't keep up on Switch and Switch 2 news. What did I do here? Sand goes down, it merges here, goes up. Oh, what I did here is I didn't filter. Okay. But they've done new Pokemon game release information. Honestly, starters look just as kind of boring as always. If not slightly more boring. This needs to filter to crushed iridite. Oops. Filter. Remove this. Remove this. Get this out of my hand. Crushed iridite. Can't even remember what those new Pokemon looked like. Even if I try to picture them. Okay, now I just need to pick up all this garbage. Before I pick it all up, I should disconnect the input. I mean, Fatalist would definitely be, at least in part, a dragon type. But it'd be dragon something. Yeah, it could make sense. It would even make sense if it's like, if it specifically had like a hidden ability to boost fire instead of like a commonly seen ability that boosts fire. Crushed iridite goes in here. I don't know if legendaries can't have hidden abilities. I just think to like, well, I just like the idea that like different types of fatalists could have the different. You could have one to somehow represent one type of fatalist, another ability that's like hidden. Hidden abilities are weird. I kind of think they're maybe one of the least. This is wrong. This is supposed to be sand output. Why did I build this as though it was not sand output? Maybe... Okay, that was supposed to be sand output. I just mislabeled everything. Yes, I just mislabeled everything. These need to be swapped. Those need to be sand. And those need to be that, which means I have a bunch more to fix because I successfully confused myself. I mean, I think hidden abilities are kind of noxious. The very existence of them in Pokemon games, because like, oh, if you want a, why are these not the same? If you want, oh, you want this specific version of a Pikachu or something, you gotta hope that you get one. But like as an additional way to be like, oh, this is a special fatalist. Okay, now I can clean up my mess I've caused. Okay, so this is supposed to be sand, which means this whole thing should be outputting sand. And there should be nothing else in that. Okay, now it is mostly sand. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why hidden abilities exist. How is this so bad? Oh, 'cause I never hooked up that section. That's fine. I do that. Me resting my finger on my right click. Okay. Once... Oh, no, this is backwards on that specific row. There. Now that should be fine. This should be fine. Didn't really place that quite right. I don't get what's up with that belt. I don't know how that happened, but... Weird oversights in the designs. Not even the designs, I just didn't filter stuff because it's been a week since I built this. I couldn't remember what was supposed to do what. Okay, I have no idea why these belts are backwards, but... Yep. I am still getting sand. Which means one of these is not correct. There. Then I can copy that, flip it. Should be fine. Flip it and paste it. For that. That should be fine again. Or fine, actually. There. I wish I was more careful when I set this up. Okay. Now, if I clear out all the garbage again, then I'm just going to put in a chest this time. Could be doing this with an inserter, but that belt seems... Oh no, that belt's fine. That belt exists because it's only half of the system. Okay, that side seems like it should not have any sand in it. There's currently stuff mixed in with the sand there and here. I'm gonna have to clean up this because I didn't filter those, that's fine. Oh, if only I'd remembered to filter. I don't need those, this just needs crushed iridite. I don't have an output for sand, do I? That's a mistake. How did I miss it? This has sand output. Um... 2.2 divided by... Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's an issue with the sand. I can make it work? Rotate those, output sand to a belt. Relatives of sand. So there was a jet plane-based creature, and they named it based on that. But then it didn't exist or something. Okay, that's output. This needs to be sand. So they made it clearly as an... Did they actually make a design that was clearly an homage or reference or whatever to the Volstrax? That's fun. Okay, can I rotate this? Flip this actually is more question. That should be fine. Now I need to adjust my power. Account for the fact that that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3. Now pick up all my garbage that is a mess now. I mean, I guess a jet plane dragon is not... It's not a insanely original concept. pick up all of this garbage. This will all temporarily go into the chest so that it will help clear up all this garbage. That'll filter out. Just need to get the last bit removed. Don't have power here, that's pretty funny. Okay, big power there. We'll keep that. Now, this isn't moving because it's not being supplied. Now, this is not being supplied because this has nothing. That has nothing because they disconnected that. Okay. Now, hook that up. Hook this up. Hook that up. There might be belts that need to be distributed better. Now I just need to know if this is functional. Or if they still have it all broken. I mean, my outside impression of Roblox as a game is that people very often do make things based on things they enjoy. And like, there are original concepts, but a lot of stuff is straight up just, oh, this is from this other media property that they enjoy. Okay, then I need to melt stuff, which is quite easy now. The math is I need to get this within a beacon. I do not have a beacon that I'm gonna spare, so I'll just make a new one. So that will feed into a chemical plant, which is not in my inventory. Chemical plant. This will produce pyroflux. This and sand. B.E.A.M. B.E.A.M. Pyroflux. Didn't really plan for how this was going to be applied. Probably runs to the right. Ah. Yeah. Oh, I had a plan for how this was going to input and output. I guess the output was probably just long inserters. Yeah, I don't know any news about it. I can imagine there's probably a lot of stuff that happens with that platform. Because you combine the target demographic with just the sort of freedom, and a lot of problems can, not even specifically weird problems, just general problems can arise. Bam, I messed that up. Bam, ingots crafting. Bam, ingot. So, are you saying that's how you, that's the theme you follow for naming, like, your, like, the character that you know, move around? Do you have a theme for your, or is it also the theme for naming the, like, Pokemon and other creatures as part of it? Because I have a naming theme, and that's take the first letter from either their first or final evolution, and then try to think of a random name that involves that. Like, I could name a Charmander Clark or something. Or Clarence. Or some other non-normal human name. Why is this the way it is? Oh, those are rotated. Weird. Okay, there's still some messed up stuff here. That one there's a problem. I think that's it. Okay. No, I don't worry about giving Pokemon whatever proper names. I just try to... I kind of preferred, like, my default what used to always be don't even name them. Just keep them with their... They're just called whatever their Pokemon is called. And I enjoy that mostly. But I've taken to not doing that anymore. Okay, the issue here is currently insufficient input. Why? Did I limit their stack sizes? Yes, I did. Why did I? Oh, yeah, I can see why this is a problem. Okay. Limited the stack sizes so that the recycling would work better. But that is causing issues. Maybe I just don't limit the stack size? Yeah, okay, that seems fine. Did that preemptively. I don't know, like, the first Pokemon game I played would have been just Pokemon Red. And I do remember spending a lot of time basically repeatedly grinding the Elite Four with my Charizard to the point where I could pretty much clear the entire Elite Four with just the Charizard. And it was fun. Like, it had Dig, it had Scratch, it had Flamethrower, and it had another, not Scratch, Slash, the higher level, but still a normal attack. Probably not optimal in any way. Like, it had a setup that it could deal with the ice types and deal with all of the, you know, type counters and all that. Okay, there's still a wrong input here. Oh, no, it seems like it might be fine. It just took a while to clear up. This will be controlled. Reading the entire belt. Enable, disable based on sand. Greater than 100. But like, I don't, ever since playing that first Pokemon game, it's always just kind of, Each Pokemon just sort of exists. Oh yes, my sand output. I didn't finish setting it up. Volo. I feel like I should remember what that is. Or who that is. I just don't. It has been a long time. Okay, these all just sort of need to merge in a mess. That should merge way sooner if it's gonna merge. It should merge there. It should merge there. Is it just the wrong name, or is it somehow... Oh. Ah! I'm not... This is a scenario I would not be too worried about. Well, maybe I should worry. Maybe I will someday. Decide, yeah, let's play that. And knowing that, I don't know, a normal character is actually a villain is a spoiler. I don't know. I don't remember. Why? Oh, it's just gradually working through the sand. Okay. That's fine. Well, I'm just assuming it's a normal character based on the fact that it's a spoiler. The Iridite is full because this is... Why is that? Oh. That's not right. Oh, I have these backwards. Oh no, I don't have them backwards. I just have the wrong thing set here. This should be crushed Iridite. I will say though, I could probably look up the character and feel reasonably confident that it might have been foreseeable. Maybe it actually did a good job of hiding the intended twist villain, but I don't think there's ever been a Pokemon game that I've played where any sort of, ooh, this guy's actually a villain, was hidden particularly well. Other than maybe that one guy. I didn't play it before learning about the character, but the one guy in... It might be Black and White? That, like, super cares about Pokemon at the expense of humans or whatever? Which is a spoiler. I think that's the only one that might have, like, a lot of potential as a very strong twist. But even that might be giving too much credit. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Just need to fix broken stuff that I caused. This shouldn't be this way. Target full. Enable if that is less than 2. Oh, I'm not reading contents. That's... Oops. I have to actually set read contents. I don't know why that's not the default. Pretty important. I'll be focused for a moment because I have to make sure I click everything. Oops. Okay. Now I have to clear these to get this moving. I think the premise for how I set this up is functional, which is good. Yeah, gotta keep stuff close to the chest. Close to the chest is not really meant in that context, though. These are not because they don't read content by default. I really don't get why that's not on by default. I don't know. There might be some justification, but it is quite obnoxious. That's functional. Fix everything. Oh, can I just control click? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. Hit control click should fix it all. Everything's working. Ah. Oh, should that be this way? Yes, it should. Well, if it comes to Pokemon, I'm fine with not with spoilers, but yeah. Not really. Oh, I need more trains. That's the issue here. That's an easy issue to solve. It'd be very easy to spoil on whatever the... Oh... What's the one? Yeah. It's probably best. What's it? Legends? I'm trying to remember the word that I'm trying to think of. Pokemon... What? V.E.A. Whatever that's... the full name is. I know basically nothing about that one. It's just so different from the Arceus, or Arceus? I don't know what the pronunciation is. Yeah. It just kind of exists. Do I want a second stop? It's probably best not to. I don't have space. Ooh. Why is there no path? What broke? Oh, depot, because I don't have a depot spot. Okay. Ignore the depot, because that's not where you need to go. I guess I should add a train depot. Trains. Where's the depot? Depot segment. Just place this in the jankiest spot. I just want the trains to stop complaining. I just need to make this connect here, and this connect there. It's not efficient, it's not optimal, but I just need it to exist for now. Yes. Potato, potato. Always gotta love the written language. Those things, it's kind of interesting, like the different writing scripts, where I think a lot of some are much more direct in the transference of how stuff is written, how it's pronounced. Like, I know nothing about. I've just heard once that like the Korean written language somehow translates to how you form your mouth when you speak it or something. Which if there aren't 1,000,001 exceptions, that would mean that it would probably be much easier to like pronounce based on how it's written instead of kind of guessing with English. Okay, so currently this is not running as fast as I would like it to. It can peak close to where I want it to be, but it's actually just hard limited by the supply of ore, which is a bit of a nightmare. But I can help that by just putting more mining things down. This is gonna need to be removed. That's gonna need to be removed. Doot. B.E.A.M. Add a roboport, but it is actually almost time that I need to stop for today. I'm not gonna stop just yet, but it's about time. I have achieved most of my goal, at least. It's not running at the intended speed, but it is producing the metal. Which is a step in the right direction. Yeah, it's been almost 3 hours. Or it's been basically 3 hours. I might have to spend time fixing this. But I'm close to the point where I will be... Yeah, that's too ending. I will be doing the next science pack, which will be... I think it's kind of one of the more entertaining science packs to think about. That'd be a good way to wrap up. Because like I can show you how... Ooh, that's a coincidence. Because it is probably the science pack with the most, like, the strongest, like, images to, like, the science that is actually being done, or, you know, simulated. Because if I go into here, it is still more of the same automation system. The actual, what is actually being done is the same, but, like, cold thermodynamics, compressive strength, tensile strength, hot thermodynamics. So the thermodynamics are kind of boring. It's like, oh, a cold liquid and materials. See what happens. A hot fluid, it's a plasma stream, and materials. See what happens. Compressive strength. Concrete is, in reality, concrete's very good in compression. So, as a material, it doesn't do well when it's pulled apart, but it does well when compressed. So, it's testing the compressive strength of concrete, tensile strength of steel. And it gets more and more. It gets more, and it gets sillier and sillier as it goes on. Like Science 2 is made of rigidity, just girders, kind of boring. Impact shielding, running a locomotive into girders, very funny. Pressure containment, kind of boring. Corrosion resistance. Seeing how glass and materials fare with chemical gel. It's all very... It's fun to picture. Friction. Heavy bearings. Ballistic shielding. Shooting a girder. Or materials, like, it's shooting stuff, blowing stuff up. It provides a very strong image. Where some of these are a little weaker in terms of the image they just provide. For now, oops. For now, I'm gonna run this into here, which is not a good method, but it will do something eventually. Once I supply sulfuric acid, which means I need to move this over. Pipes. 1, 2. Connect them all. Sulfuric acid is already running on a pipeline. That's perfect. Oops, I missed. This might break everything. Yep, pipe extensor too big. I need a pump. Perfect. Now these will be gathering a little bit of metal or ore. Not enough to keep everything going, but I'll keep it moving a little bit. And I'm happy with this. Oops. This has output steam. This was set to the wrong... Oh, I have to convert steam to water and then evaporate it. I missed the step. No. I thought I could convert steam to water. Am I using the wrong type of boiler? Oh, it's in a chemical plant, isn't it? Chemical plant. Steam to water. Then I can boil water away. Boom. There. Okay. Yeah. Though visual mods don't impact your... Have you not found the visual mods that are impacting your performance in any way? Because I would always assume they cause problems, but I guess the parts are much more complicated in that sort of game. Okay, this blueprint is worthless now. no, that's fine. Okay. I'm really surprised that this is still keeping up. I feel like this just isn't running fast enough yet. But it's pretty good. Kind of interesting to me. Just this is actually enough to keep this running at full speed for now. That's good. Because this will catch up and it'll be near full speed. Just slightly below full capacity, which is fine. Everything's working. And I'm theoretically hitting the 200 iridium ingots per minute, which is more than I need. A lot. So I might just have a tiny bit of stuff to set up, and then tomorrow I can set up my the material science, and maybe get 1 or 2 tiers planned. Probably not all built, but that went a lot. I was gonna say that went smoother than I expected, but honestly, there were a lot of issues that I had to fix. Mostly I'm glad that this system worked, except it didn't. There's a flaw. This is 72. Maybe it's just I never fixed that specific one. Oh, I bet it just has issues where this will trigger too soon. Occasionally. There are issues with my current setup that I will need to address. Or it might just be a question of these need to catch up. Any of these that are already at like 50 from when it broke are gonna stay broken if I don't remove everything. And maybe now they're fine. I'll have to test that tomorrow. But it might be fine. I think the premise should be fine. I think it's just it broke and then it can't recover. Anyway. Yeah. It's like, I think it's difficult. I mean, I don't know a lot about hooking up like a mini, basically just a PC to a laptop, but it's the type of thing where it's like, if you have a display and a mouse and keyboard, it would just be a PC that's small. I think I've seen the existence of ways you can hook up like external GPUs, but I don't know if they are actually especially functional. I don't know enough about them. Oh, it's not that they broke themselves, it's that I dumped all of the crushed iridite into their inventories and that broke it. Is probably the case. So it's all my fault. That stuff is broken. Okay. I think this should stop shortly. I'm just gonna check one thing totally unrelated to this. Yeah, okay. this planet is producing iridium. I will need to deal with the sand very soon, which means that I should just do the usual craft landfills for now. It'll keep everything from breaking. Okay, it's slightly short on the ore, but not insanely short. And as long as I run at about 150 per minute, I'm happy. Because that is a lot of metal. It's functional. I should stop. I will briefly check. Timber born is supposed to update. They push it back a week, but I don't know when they push it back a week from. Oh, it supposedly launched on the 12th, which means it's sooner than I thought it was. February, I'm going backwards in time or forwards in time as I scroll? Yes, forwards. Schedule for the 12th. The 12th is Thursday. Maybe I'll play it on Thursday. Which is not tomorrow, just... That would time pretty well. Yeah, the update seems to exist. There's a bunch of change logs that I know nothing about. Yes, it's scheduled to release the update on March 12th. If it's released in time, I might try to play that on Thursday. And try to get back into doing some stuff during the week. At least for a bit. Yeah. They're cute. For me, when I stopped playing Timberborn, it was the end of 2024 now. It was a longer time ago than I meant to go before playing it again. But I then started playing Factorio. And that took up all of the sort of semi-complex automation game desire. Though Timberborn's a lot. It's different. It's a different type of management. But with it being a full 1.0 release, I feel like it would be a good time to play it again. Maybe try to do a couple. It has victory conditions now, I think, so maybe I aim to do that. It'll be fun, I think, I hope. But I will stop here. I do need to do more during the week instead of just only on the weekend, because I do have the time. I just don't know stuff that I feel like playing. I don't know, I mean, honestly, if I owned City Skylines, I might. Nope, I do not. I don't know if there's similar games that I could buy it, I just don't. Oh, wait, no, Cities Skylines. I mean, the base game is $4 right now. It just becomes the, like, if I want the complete Cities Skylines experience with every piece of content, even with a 44% discount, it's over $100. Which, like, obviously it's not necessary if the base game is $4, but... I mean, $4 is pretty good. For Canadian, which would be like two or three American. That sounds like a fun idea. Especially if I grab it on this deep of a sale. Ignoring all the DLC and just pretend it doesn't exist. That's something I can consider. But I will stop here for today. I will continue with Factorio tomorrow. And probably not play anything else except for Timberborn on Thursday. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but I will stop here. So, thanks for watching and chatting, as always. Hope you have a good night, day, etc. Bye. That hand wave is kind of... It doesn't move the best if it's not linked to the rest of the stuff because I just can't link it, but... Bye.